to glide down to safety here, but we're coming down to it, Zeke. We got 7 duos remaining, and Zexro just picked up one on to Dyslexic's teammate Lanson, so he's going to be out of the fight, but Vinny is also going to have to be out of this one as well because of TJ. Nice connection there onto Frantic Heavens from Dyslexic, who continues to own that mid area. You got Pyro Voil, who's all the way up in the ultimate high ground here.
This is crazy. Even though we saw Vinny has gone down, Zexro is still on a spree. He shut down TJFN, and now he's in that mid-ground tarp. We see Pyro's Voil up on the top. He's by himself. I think he just got off a chug jug. He just went all the way back up to 200, still caught in the storm, and it was worth it. Now Zexro is just below on the tarp.
Ninja and Reverse are the only duo that are going to be in this one. They're the only duo left. This is doable for them because they have numbers, and Zexro is in a world of hurt right now, but they just need to work together here, this last remaining duo in this game. Ninja goes out, launch pads up, but he gets back down here, finds one in front. That's going to be Spades. He manages to cap him off on that. Zexro, comes up from that launch pad that Ninja put down. Reverse is going to be out of this one, and he's going to have health. Ninja's going to have the HP. He goes in for the fight. Oh my God! Dyslexic takes out Ninja. What happened there? Oh, man, that is rough because those 3 points could be the difference.
That was so unbelievably unfortunate. So much happened there. We're going to move on to this game, but I want to just take the briefest moment to talk about everything that happened. Okay, so we saw Zexro. He was in that mid-ground tarp. He overtook the back up on the high ground tarp. Unfortunately, traded out a ton of HP for it. So he was sitting high above everyone else. He was in critical, though. Then Reverse and Ninja were down below. They crack one player. One player trades out Reverse, and now it's up to Ninja by himself. Zexro dove down, tried to hit the launch pad. He did, but then it's like, well, the storm is too tiny. You're just going to take storm damage. He ends up falling because of it. Unfortunately, Ninja could not convert that over, but still very well played.
He had the life lead.
Yes, he did. He did.
So, I mean,
it must have been maybe he just missed the initial shot because he did have advantage. Like Reverse had gone down, and at that point you're probably okay. If their comms are good, you know they're saying, "Hey, I'm down. He's here," right? So if that's what's happened, Ninja knows exactly where he's going to be.
Yeah.
So whatever happened, maybe someone like Sundown can break that down for us, or whoever's going to be the analyst in the next bit. But now we're on to the next games because we got to
move on.
Yeah, we just got to keep rolling.
And it's crazy that we're moving on into a game that just concluded with Ninja and Reverse 2K. And now we're going to talk about Tfue and Cloak, who are doing what they do best. Again, slow and steady has been their style, and it works out very well for them. They talk well with one another. The communication, it's kind of like I remember watching duo Fortnite early on, right? When some of our first duo competitions in competitive Fortnite, and really enjoying like the comms between these two players. And I think it's really just kind of shaped the way that a lot of players communicate in competitive Fortnite when it comes to this duo format.
So what's interesting is that's good comms and bad comms can really shape the entire way you play games, right? If you're not good on comms, that's
I can tell you, when I used to compete back in the day, one of the things I would always tell my teammates would be, hey, listen, I don't want to hear any complaints. I just want to hear call-outs. That's all I care about. Keep that side chatter for after the game because it doesn't help us mid-game. I think a lot of these players, when I hear when I listen to Dubs and Mega, I actually watch like a few videos of them playing, and you can just hear it, right? Young players, by the way, but you can hear like how they're just constantly like, oh, he's here, go for this player there. They're calling out the skins, they're calling out the players if they recognize it. Like it's just good gameplay. It's as simple as that, right? It's good, clean, effective gameplay. But onwards here, though, I mean that's why I personally love duos. I think duos is just the absolute best.
Right. It's very fun. I still have quite a bit of work on my call-outs I need to make, but I try to keep it as minimal as possible, right? Like every time I tag someone like, hey, 76 or white damage or blue or 25 on shield, things like that. Comms, very, very important. If you're looking to level up your gameplay, work on your comms. Find someone you pair very well with and just communicate. And now Zealous is going to keep it up here. Green is already down. Up on top again, Tfue and Cloak, even after this rotation, still commanding high ground.
And everyone has gained themselves a placement point here. Very vital as we get to the end of the NAE's queue times. For Zealous, that is pretty big because no eliminations, and a player's going to drop right in front of him. The edit window out. owns that wall there. Very well done by Zealous. It was a little jumpy from time to time, but was able to confirm it, pick it up, and off to the races they go with just one elimination. But the placement points now, that has to feel pretty good there.
Yeah, for sure. And again, you know, this is top 3,000. This is the top 1,500 duos in their respective region. If you don't own a wall, you cannot make that mistake. You have to make sure and try to replace it. You like, if you don't, I promise you're going to get edited on every single time, and that's exactly what we saw happen there. Now, Tfue and Cloak going to continue to maintain the high ground. I'm curious if they're going to stop and farm the tree. Oh, I love this. So you saw him 180. That's probably because Cloak was saying, there's a guy on me behind you, and you saw him whip around immediately. They force that player down, and they just continue. Again, good comms. You can tell by the way they are moving, how they react to each other. This is so sick. I'm freaking nerding out over here. Excuse me.
Yeah, well, they have a lot to work with as well. Some, as far as match goes, you know, it could be better, but they will have that rift to go in the off case that things do go south very quickly. They just need to continue to communicate effectively here. All these duos really at this point in time, but I think a lot of players are concerned about who is going to be manning that high ground. Tfue gets tagged up just a tad, and there you have it. So that rift to go is going to be used because Tfue did not have the mats and did not want to spend them. Want to try and save that, get to your teammate, because they were split up for the time being. 89 blue on that connection with that epic pump. Finds that player through the sky. I say it, I love saying it. It's like a skeet shoot, right? Little duck hunt there. Craziness indeed. But Tfue and Cloak continuing to do such a brilliant job of making their way up the high ground. And Zealous goes right into it there with Cloak, and that is crazy. I didn't see who ended up coming up on top there in the elimination feed, and Draxor is going to be caught outside, needs to get in, and so no, Draxor is going to be out of it, but that means now we're going to be in top 10 territory, and because of that elimination, Zealous got the better of Cloak. So Tfue's, wait, they actually split up. I apologize. Cloak got out of that fight, so he managed to stay up in this.
Yeah, somehow he got out, and he's still in critical condition. Tfue sitting on 200, but these guys can do it. You saw what they're able to do. Outlit is up on that high ground, just above them. Fate trying to face off against Young Calculator. Look at all these players still tightly packed together. Tfue's dropping down. Cloak again dropped to critical. He needs to convert on something. He desperately needs a siphon. We're coming down the wire. Look, Outlet all the way in the bottom going against Sun Villa. He's so dangerously low. But look who else is here. Lyrison and Sketch G. Look at Tfue again. These guys are getting traded. Calculator is right now calculating with these, oh my, the stink bombs. Is Tfue going to go down? No, he's okay. Yeah, that was really scary.
He's okay, but it is a very fragile situation for Tfue because he doesn't have anything to heal himself up with, and even then won't have any time. The good news for Tfue, will have the 100 shield, so can work with that. Young Calculator, though, is putting a lot of pressure onto the FaZe boys, and Calculator's trying to just win this out, but they're going to fall down. And I can't believe that they managed to stay in this one. Young Calculator, 2 + 2 equals you lose, and you got Tfue and Cloak still in this one. Outlet goes down. Credit to him for lasting as long as he could. Lyrison and Sketch are still going to be in this one against the FaZe boys. Cloak and Tfue, they're going to have that high ground control, but the life lead firmly on the side of Lyrison and Sketch, and if they keep playing this, they will manage to get the victory royale. Cloak and Tfue need to make a move. They have to figure out what they want to do. Of course, they don't know what that life lead is currently looking like, but they're going to drop down. Lyrison goes down, and the victory royale goes to Tfue and Cloak. 8 eliminations from my boy from Jersey. Way to go there for FaZe Clan. They pick up the dub.
Bro, that was so sick. In every sense of the word, the other team had every advantage, and they said, you know what? Let's just full send it. Monster, was that not the sickest thing you've seen?
That right there was crazy, guys. Just the comms. We talk about communication. At the same exact time, Tfue Cloak dropped down from 2 different angles, and then, more importantly, both connect right there. Those are the kind of plays we like to see here at the Fortnite World Cup weekend qualifiers.